Hello guys, and welcome to another video. This is Dark from Zeus&Poseidon, and in this video I'm going to be playing a full arena run with commentary. So sit back and laugh at all the fails I make. As you can see, first I get these three choices, and obviously I pick the Paladin because it's my main class, and I personally think that the Lyra of the Rogue isn't very viable, and even though a Druid is too, I just have more expertise and prefer the Paladin. Now, this is obviously rather honestly choice because Secret Keeper is obviously not viable for Paladin, so and the Master isn't really that strong. So I go ahead and pick up the Argent Commander. Argent Commander is a very viable pick for most people. This is also pretty easy because I simply don't like playing secrets, so I don't take Eye for Night. It's a crappy secret anyway. But I personally so I just pick up Ancient Brewmaster because it's quite viable. It offers a lot of opportunities.
Here I would
this one is a little bit harder because I could pick the Night Blade Guard or the True Silver Champion. Night Blade obviously isn't so good, but I go with a True Silver Champion because it's very strong, and I like to have one of them.
Is very good.
Here I could either go with Humility or Silverhand Knight. Silverhand Knight being quite strong due to the fact that it's basically a 6/6 for 5. Of course, but Humility is also really strong because it is very viable for Paladin due to their attack to 1 standard ability that summons a 1/1. So I'm gonna go with pick up that. This is rather easy for me. Argent Protector is immensely strong because it does that 2 for 2/2, which is pretty much worth, but it does also give the Divine Shield, which is really strong, and it's very viable any time of the game, basically. Here I pick up the Blessing of Kings. Blessing of Kings is a very strong spell, and you can have a mountain of them. In Arena, I once had like 5 of them, and it was probably one of my best arena runs, yeah.
But Blessing, I think, I'm gonna go with Blessing of Kings because
I could also pick up the Frost Elemental for the freeze because it can fix a lot of problems if you're afraid that you would die,
and you can do that basically,
but I choose not to. So
therefore it's quite strong. Also, it's always, if you like having any kind of good card but you just want to survive whilst killing something, it's also very strong because it does give that 4 health in addition to the 4 damage.
Now, this decision is a little bit harder because both Abusive Sergeant and the Leper Gnome are quite valid picks. The Abusive Sergeant does give you that opportunity to defeat something that might be a brick wall for you, but the Leper Gnome is a really annoying turn 1 play for the enemy because even though you kill it, he's still going to take 2 damage, and it's only 1 mana, so you're pretty much guaranteed to get in 2 damage, and it's very likely that you'll actually get in 4. Therefore, the Leper Gnome is quite a strong play for 1 mana. Now, this is a little bit harder because both Booty Bay Bodyguard or Thrall of Farseer would be decent. However, I go with Booty Bay Bodyguard simply because I think that Farseer is rarely that strong. I mean, yes, it's 4 damage a turn, but it's not really useful with Wind Fury unless you buff it. Here I could go over Jet Corsair, however I'm not quite sure how many weapons I'm gonna get. Pels do not have a lot of weapons. So I go with the Frostwolf Grunt because I think that early game minions are quite strong as for Paladin. Here is another harder pick because the Stampeding Kodo does give a lot of utility. However, I do go with the Elder Peacekeeper due to the fact it's a really strong play. In my opinion, it should probably be 4 mana because 3 for free, that's good, plus you get the Humility, so that's like another 1 mana card for free. Here I could have picked the Flesh Eating Ghoul because it's very strong, but I do pick the Stormpoint Commando because I think that those 2 damage are quite good, quite useful, and annoying for the enemy. Now, both Acidic Swamp Ooze and Mad Bomber are quite good plays. I am going to pick up Acidic Swamp Ooze because they are quite useful in Arena because people tend to have a lot of weapons. But the Mad Bomber is almost as good, however it is lock dependent. This is another one of the harder picks, but I do go with Frostwolf Warlord because I do seem to have a lot of early game minions, and it does give that great turn 5 play if you can get it out there.
the Abuser Sergeant would obviously be decent too, but I don't really think that it would be as good as a Frostwolf Warlord. Here I'm just going to pick up another Blessing of Kings because both Bloodfin Raptor and Argent Squire aren't really very good picks. And this, I personally don't really think the Silvermoon Guardian is viable at all, because the Divine Shield isn't that useful for a free minion, and I don't really like running secrets, so I do pick up the Cult Master. However, I am almost about to pick the Silvermoon Guardian. Now another pick, but this one's quite easy because the Warren Infiltrator is definitely stronger than the Murloc Raider, and I don't really need that much spell damage as a Paladin. This one's also harder because both Tauren Warrior and Boulder Fist Ogres are quite valid picks. However, I do think that the 6-7 is very good play, and I don't really have any late game at this point, so I pick up that. Here's another difficult pick. I could pick a Guardian of Kings if I wanted to. And I also could pick the Blessing of Kings. However, I do already have 2 Blessing of Kings, so I do pick up that Guardian of Kings. Here I just choose another Argent Protector, which is really strong. And as you can see, I get Legendary, and it's rather obvious that I'm going to pick Tirion, because Blood Mage Fellness isn't really useful for a Paladin, and neither is Net Pigly. And another Argent Protector, as you can see, it's more or less obvious choice. Here I say, okay, I don't really have any free mana picks, I'm just going to go with a Razorfin Hunter. And I will pick up another Blessing of Kings, even though I already have 2, simply because I don't think that any of the other would be a better choice. Here I could have picked the Hand of Protection, however I do say I already have 3 Argent Protectors, and they do give that Divine Shield, so I choose to pick up the Silverback Betrayage instead, because as I said before, I don't really have a lot of free mana plays, and I do think that free mana plays are quite important. And there you go, another Legendary. This is almost the same choice as before, so I just go with another Tirion Forging. And I actually get double Tirion Forging. This happens very rarely. And I'm obviously going to go with Consecration here, because the other 2 aren't really valid picks. I've discussed them earlier. I'm going to go with another Acidic Swamp Boost, since I only have 1, and it's not a bad creature. It's quite strong because it simply removes weapons. Here I'm pretty much going to go with the Tauren Warrior, because I don't really think that Argent Squire is viable, and I don't like running secrets, especially as a Paladin. Here I am going to pick up that Light's Justice, simply because I already have Immunity and a Betrayage, and I don't really have only have 1 other weapon. Here I'm going to pick up the Young Priestess, because I like playing Young Priestess a lot. I really enjoy playing Young Priestess, and I think it's quite viable here. Whereas the other 2 aren't really. The Ancient Watcher is, I think it could be decent in a Druid deck, but not so much as a Paladin. Not especially not with this deck. So there you go. I'll go ahead and play my first game, as you can see. Just quickly checking who of my friends are online, and seeing, oh, I'm only rank 18. I should probably play some more ranked, because rank 18 sucks. Actually, at this point, I was like, I could probably get 5 free with this deck, and we'll see how it goes, because it is a quite decent deck. It's not bad, plus it has that double Tirion, which is obviously one of the cores to its strength. Double Tirion is really strong. Here you can obviously see Acidic Swamp Boost is great to have early, and so is a Silverback, so I'm just going to throw out the Argent Commander. I am considering throwing out the Acidic Swamp Boost also, because you do obviously often want to have it later, because it does remove weapons, and no Paladins have any good early game weapons. Obviously just throwing out the Volgan Infiltrator, because it's the only 1 mana play I have at this point. And so does he, which is quite humorous, because, well, Worgen is Worgen, what's gonna happen? Here you can see I just play some Reinforce, and leave it be at that. I'm considering whether or not to hit him with the Worgen Infiltrator here, because I know that if I do, he'll likely kill it with his
which is more or less a waste. However, I choose not to because I have a Blessing of Kings, which means I can use it as a very strong assassin. He's obviously considering whether he should attack with it, because he knows that if he does, I'm likely to kill it with my 1/1. So therefore he chooses not to. I throw out my Patriarch here because I know that he can't kill it with just one of his creatures. He would have to throw both of them into me. That sounded wrong. Against my Patriarch, obviously, was what I meant, and that would not be bad for me because that would mean his Vorgan Infiltrator would die, and I could kill that Gorbashi. No, Amani? Gorbashi? Oh, well, never mind. His 2/3 there with Enrage with my Vorgan Infiltrator. Yeah, it's called Amani Berserker. Sorry, my bad. If a Gorbashi Berserker is a 2/7 that gets free attack for every time I take damage. And he does coin there, so he throws out a Mogushan warrior, which is really annoying for me because it's basically a brick wall, which means that he can attack with his Amani Berserker and still keep the Enrage, which obviously gives him the opportunity of dishing out a lot of damage. So here I'm like, yeah, well, I'm probably gonna have to play with the Blessing of Kings to get rid of that brick wall, but on who am I going to play it, which is pretty much a decision here. And as you can see, I played on my Silver Patriarch, and then I kill Vara, and simply hit him in the face with that, because I wouldn't get anything from hitting the Amani except death. So, yeah. Vara was obviously quite annoyed because I did not expect him to have a Hammer of Wrath, although I knew he could. But I had sincerely hoped him to attack me with my Amani because now he has free attack. And I don't really have anything on my hand to counter it. So I'm gonna throw out my Leper Gnome in the hopes of being capable of killing his Amani next turn with it. And I also throw out my Brewmaster simply on my 1/1 because I think that I would want that 5/4. I am at this point quite sure that he will hit his Amani against my Ancient Brewmaster, and when I look back, that probably wasn't the best play I could have made. It probably would have been better not using that Brewmaster because it does have the possibility of being stronger late game, but I choose to just throw it out anyway. Then throws out his 3/3, which is, well, quite annoying for me, and also health because he has a brick wall, which is really annoying. Luckily for me, he does hit his Amani into my face rather than killing my my Brewmaster, which means that I have open access to killing it. However, I do choose to instead use Blessing of Kings on my Leper Gnome to have that survive, and then run my Brewmaster into be mine. When I look back again, I don't think that running the Brewmaster into his Amani was really a good choice. I should have probably just hit him to the face, or King's that actually, and killed it with that, and killed the brick wall with that, and then instead hit my Leper Gnome into that Amani Berserker, because I pretty much lost 2 strong minions there for no reason. Luckily I did draw the Tirion, so I know that as soon as it's turn 8, unless he has, then I'm going to be able to play it. There's obviously the chance that he does have a silence, which would be really annoying for me, but it's still 6/6. So therefore I just threw out my, what is it called, Ogre something, in hopes that he would counter that in some way. Obviously throwing out something that could actually have been silenced would have been better, because that increases the chance of him using something like a silence on it. As you can see, he throws out that Lord of the Arena. Simply as a brick wall. And then he shoots my Ogre in the hopes of that I will run my Ogre. I was thinking that it would be so that he hoped that I would run my Ogre into his taunt,
but instead he just hits me with his ogre because he thinks that he's safe behind that brick wall. I honestly think that wasn't the best choice he could have made there. I think that he should have really just hit me in the face with his ogre, and because he would think that I couldn't do anything about his taunt except for running my own ogre in it, which means he would still have a 6/7 ogre. Which is, well, obviously even more annoying for me because I couldn't have very easily killed that. Here he does play that true silver champion and kill my my booty bay bodyguard, I think that's what it's called. And he does regenerate health, which doesn't really matter. What's annoying is that he kills my my primary taunt. I was hoping to have something of his die to it, either his ogre or his taunt, but it doesn't. So at this point he knows that he somehow has to kill that, and surprisingly he does throw in that ogre, and instead of his own taunt, which is kind of weird. I would never have done that, because he could have chosen to instead be now with 2 minions, 2 strong minions, rather than only 1, which is what I find very weird of him. Now he does play with Emperor Cobra, which is really annoying for me because I do want to get something out of Tirion. So this is a very hard decision for me, but I have to wait another round with my Tirion, and I do play that Argent Protector on my 3/2 in the hopes of being capable of either killing his Cobra without my City Swarm boost dying, or being capable of finishing off that brick wall he has there, together with my 1/1. And I'm sincerely hoping right now that I can get out my Tirion forging very soon. But obviously, instead, he chooses to fill his board and use all of his cards, which can be favorable for me, depending on what I draw. If I draw well, then it is indeed in favor of me that he has his board full. However, if I do not draw very well, then that does impose a threat to me. So I'm simply sitting here waiting, not really knowing what he's going to do, and hoping for a good opportunity. Now this, in my opinion, was one of the best possibilities, because I do get the choice of simply killing both of his minions. However, I do realize that actually I can't, because actually I remember that whilst I was sitting playing this game, I do forget that he has another taunt, which is probably one of my biggest mistakes in this game. I do make a greater mistake in the game later, but this is a really, really big failure, because I just thought that I could remove his taunts, but I could not, which was quite annoying for me. And ironically, I just forgot it again in the commentary. But oh well, happens, I guess. The problem was this was, instead of looking at the board as a whole, I focused too much on those 2 creatures that were already a threat to me, and forgot the other creatures he had played. So there you go, he just almost fills his board again, and I'm in another sticky situation, because I could play the Tirion Forging, and I do choose to, because he does not have anything under his hand, and therefore it's unlikely that he'll draw something that can counter my Tirion, making it a good opportunity to play it. The thing is that otherwise I could have played my Stormpike Commander, and I did not choose to, because it's only a 5 mana play, and I did have that 10 mana, meaning I would have been down to wasting 3 mana. Very sadly for me there, he does draw Humility, which does sincerely reduce my my Tyrion's threat, and I am really, really angry about this. However, I can't really do that much at the moment, so therefore I'm just going to have to sit and endure him killing it and giving me that weapon though. So I'm not as angry as I could have been, because I did get that draw there. Now what's decent for me here is that I do get the opportunity of killing some of his creatures with my Stormpike Commando and my my weapon there, my Hashbringer. And yes, I said Hashbringer intentionally. Here I'm kind of trying to decide whether I should hit him with my recruit or my my hero, and I do choose to hit him with my recruit, which I actually think now was a bad idea,
because it caused him to take more damage. My hero, and I don't want to take a lot of damage. Basically, however, the only good thing about it is that he can't kill me with his 1-1. However, he can kill me with his 2-1 now. Sorry. Which means that it wasn't like a big gain, and I did lose 1 health. Now 1 health isn't a lot, admittedly. However, I'm down to very low, so therefore that 1 health would have been quite necessary. And as you can see there, he does choose to shield that and kill my my minion, and the other one too. So right now I'm rather fucked. He has minions, I don't. Even though I do have that whip hike 2 weapon that's only 10 damage, he does have the minion advantage. I now draw the acidic swamp ooze, and I could play it. However, the problem would be that if he draws a weapon, he could easily finish me if I'd already used the acidic swamp ooze. So I simply choose to summon a recruit there. He also summons a recruit, and he chooses to summon that 2-3, even though he kind of wasted it because it does require weapon damage to be able to be strong. I do draw the Frost Wolf, but it's more or less useless. I mean, it does become a 6-6, but it does have a lot more potential. The reason I do this is that I think, okay, I have to finish this quickly, otherwise I'm going to lose it, simply because he has more minions than me. He's saying, I'm thinking, oh no, he said well played, I'm going to lose this. And as you can see, I am. I simply just surrender because I think it's a waste of my time. Sadly, first game is defeat. That always sucks when your first game is defeat, but I'll just have to say, oh well, fair enough. Let's see if I can do better next time. So down to 0-1, which is not a great start. You primarily want to win the first game, simply for the self-esteem and morality boost, if that's what you want to call it. But I sadly didn't. I'm against a mage, so I'm thinking, okay, he won't have a lot of early games, so I can keep that true silver champion. I do only have 1 of them, so that's nice. Sadly, I do get one of my Tirion instead, which isn't really better at all. But I'll have to just accept that and go with it. As you can see, I'm simply waiting. I'm thinking, oh, is he gonna AFK? Well, that's okay. 3 wins. So I'm simply playing the plant game. If you haven't heard about the plant game, it's in this Pandaria map. The way you win Hearthstone is by completing this plant game. Basically, what you have to do is as you can see, when you click water, new plants grow. And what you want to do is you want to aim for getting boots. Boots are very, very rare spawns in this. And you don't click the boots, you just keep the boots. And what you want to aim for is getting 3 boots. I've never actually completed the game, I've only got to 2. I got to 2 boots once. So you can see I'm thinking, oh, he's AFK, this is going to be an easy game. I'm gonna go for the boot game win instead. But I'm quite sure that sadly he does return already turn 2. So kinda sucks. I was hoping for a free win. I simply play that recruit there, and I wait for his turn to pass by, because I am quite sure he's AFK here. Sad surprise there, he's not. And he does kill my recruit. Therefore I just stay with Silverback because he doesn't really have anything, which means that the only immediate threat that he poses is his fire blast, and that's only 1 damage. So I have to play that 4 times to be capable of killing my Patriarch. It would have been a lot better if he was AFK, but sadly he's just a slow opponent. That's the worst. Because, well, we're a waste of time. I'm a very fast player. I'd rather lose quickly than win slowly. Because I think there's no fun in making long games. The reason that I do shield my 1/1 instead of my silver Patriarch is because I know he can insta-kill it with his fire blast. And obviously I wouldn't want that. You can see I simply choose not to hit him because I know I can't kill him with what I've got right now. And the problem with that would obviously be that, well, if he just kills my creatures, well, they would pretty much all die if I hit him with them, except for my silverback, but, well, it's a 1/1 afterwards then. Quite useless. And I know he can't immediately kill it as it is now. I'm really expecting him to kill my silverback, but he chooses not to. Which, well, I think is a great win. But sadly, he does have that arcane explosion, which I'm like, oh, he's almost playing another card. Does he have the arcane explosion? Please don't have the arcane explosion. But sadly, he does. So I'm just playing with Frostwolf there, getting that 8/8 really strong, and finishing off his taunt. Hitting him in the face with a 2/2. Here I do play that, I down Priestess in the hopes of getting more health, because health OP. And I do use a Kings on it, to make sure that it doesn't die anytime soon. Because the fact that it just keeps giving me health is quite useful. I'm here like, oh, I hope he can't kill my stuff. I hope he can't kill it. But let's face it, he probably can't somehow. He's a mage, he has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8 cards. He likely has something on his hand that can kill it. So he does play his abusive sergeant and chooses to finish off my first wolf. Oh, sorry. I love stuff to do this week, which is also part of the reason that I haven't really done a lot of videos. Sorry about that. It's also the reason that I'm tired right now. But I promise you guys I'll get some more content out soon. Plus, I can also promise you that Nidalee won't really be bringing out anything soon. He's got some problems. So he's down with his sickness. If you didn't get that reference, you have to listen to some more proper music. Yeah, it's a Disturbed song called Down with His Sickness. Makes sense, eh? Here I'm gonna figure, oh damn it, he has something to kill it. because he only needs to dish out 1 damage, which means he can deal with a freaking like arcane explosion or arcane missiles or anything else basically. However, he doesn't kill it, which I'm quite happy about. So I actually considered to play the Arch instead there, but I do end up playing my True Silver Champion to finish him off instead, because I think there's likely going to be something else I want to kill with it, considering the fact it has 4 damage, and they both had 2 health only. So it would have been a bit of a waste. Instead, I just keep playing more minions, having good use of my my young priestess, which just keeps giving my minions health, basically. And he's already down to 13 health. He does have a crap load of cards in his hand though, so I'm thinking, maybe he does have something to counter me. Maybe like a flame strike or something like that. But well, you know, we'll see. Right now I'm standing pretty well, or standing, can you actually say that? I don't think you can. Doing pretty well. I have that 4-1 weapon, which heals me also, and I do have my still do have my Tirion out, and an army of smaller minions also. So, well, he does choose to simply hit it, which I don't really understand. In my opinion, that's more or less a waste. But I guess the reason is that he hopes to be sure that he can kill my my Tirion next turn. He doesn't give the opportunity though, because I do kill all of his minions, and I simply hit him and win. Yeah. I don't really know why I chose to kill his minions. I probably forgot that I could actually win that turn. But oh well, you know, it's fine as long as you win. So I'm back up to 1-1, and at this point I'm quite happy because this does show me that the deck is decent. The fact that I do have a lot of double Tirion, does mean that I do get a lot of opportunities to play that Tirion. 1 out of 15 cards, it's likely that you'll get a Tirion each game, pretty much. And Tyrion's a really, really strong card if you're capable of placing it greatly. Not saying I am, but if you are, then it's quite useful. As you can see, I'm against a warrior here. I have a nice past against warriors, meaning I usually win against warriors. I don't actually think warriors are that strong, because what really was strong in the past about warriors was the fact that they were capable of doing that Zergish play. Since they did nerf that, it's not that good any longer, basically. As you can see, I'm pretty much deciding between Young Priestess and the Frost Wolf, but I do choose to play the Young Priestess because I don't expect him to have anything to be capable of killing me. He could obviously have so, and as you can see, he actually plays a Mad Bumble, which ends up killing it, and I'm quite sad here, like, oh damn it, I shouldn't have used it. But I did, so that just sucks. Now I just play the Frost Wolf because I know that it will kill the Mad Bumper if he tries to attack. Unless he does have a weapon, and I actually became aware of that after I played, thinking, oh, damn, he probably has a weapon. I mean, fireworks is very, very, very often used in Arena, because, I mean, you easily get the opportunity of having 2, you'll likely get the opportunity of having 3 of them. And most people just like, oh, weapon, let's choose that, when you play Arena. Which, I'm going to agree, that's a good choice. But it's annoying, so I'm really sorry about the interruptions, but I can't avoid it. As you can see here, I'm kind of considering what to play, and I do end up just playing those 2. I was considering to also play my True Silver Champion together with the coin instead, so that I could finish off that Mad Bumper, but I choose not to because now I'm thinking, oh well, either he has to run his Mad Bumper into my face, which gives me the opportunity of killing with Epinome, or he's going to take it out with his fireworks. He doesn't either of them, sadly, for me. He just plays a Motion, which is really, really, really annoying for me. And I actually do the massive fail there of playing Humility against it. And he does say that was an error. I really am like, Wow, I just did that. I'm not used to playing humans, so I was just thinking for a second it's like Hunter's Mark. But well, it wasn't. So it does end up being a waste of that card, which really sucks because it's quite a strong card. And I'm really expecting, damn, I've got to get a penalty for this. I'm so tired. As you can see, he does kill it and take that 8 damage there. Which, I mean, that's okay, because now we're equal in health. But the main problem is he does play that combo there, which gives him an 8-4. Meaning that even if I use my weapon, I'm going to be very, very low. I do choose to do it anyway, because I simply have to get rid of it, otherwise I'm pretty guaranteed to die soon. And I know that True Silver Champion will heal me for 2 anyway, so I am up to 5 health. So it's quite unlikely that I'll survive this, and I'm actually expecting him to kill me in some way, but he doesn't. Which is what I'm really surprised about. He does not have the ability to finish me off. And I'm like very desperate. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? How do I survive this? And the best choice here is obviously playing with Cold Master and hitting his War Song commander with my True Silver, meaning that he does not have that charge any longer, and I will be up to 3 health again, and then I can kill it with my Worgen Infiltrator. Obviously thinking, okay, my doom is impending, I can only delay the inevitable. But another turn, as you will see, I survive. Even though it's with 3 HP against, well, 21, if you add the armor. And he does play that, I'm thinking, oh damn, if he had a whip now, he would have won. But he doesn't. So therefore it's simply a 2-1, which doesn't do anything. I guess just kill it with my creatures. And he just tries to get more cards. He's desperately trying to finish me off quickly right now, which is quite fun to watch. So I do choose to play that Tauren Warrior and the Blessing of Kings, so as to have more or less a brick wall, which could delay the inevitable. I'm kind of thinking, I could play them with Cold Master also, and I do choose to do that because of a single fact that it does increase my damage output by a lot, and I'm not thinking that he does have anything to kill a Tauren Warrior, because I think that if he had, well then he would have already killed me with it, and it's unlikely that he'll just draw something. So he does play that Whirlwind, which is kind of stupid for him because it does increase his damage, but it's obviously so that he can be capable of just finishing off my Cult Master, which is reasonable because it does reduce my card draw by a lot. I'm like, okay, finally, turn 8, I can play my Tirion, and as such, I do play my Tirion, and I hit him in the face with my Tauren Warrior, because I do realize that they don't have any good kit. The Warrior does not have any good kit to just be able to remove Tirion. There he goes, he plays his weapon, which he would have needed like 4 turns ago. He would have won, but he didn't get it, so he just surrenders because he sees, okay, I can't really do shit. He would have died in like 1 or 2 2 or 3, yeah, he would have died in like 2 turns. So well, and then I'm up to 2-1, which is quite decent. Now he's saying, okay, positive win rate, that's not bad. That's generally what you like. You have positive win rate, that's okay. It's good if you it's actually technically good if you have positive win rate. If you have a neutral win rate, it's meh. Okay, fair enough. Depending on the deck, obviously you expect different things from different decks, more or less obvious. As you can see, I'm against Hunter, and I personally do think that Hunters are quite OP. I hate Hunters, because they are OP, especially in Arena, because you get the possibility of using a lot of different of the OP things. Talking Unleash the Hounds, Starving Buzzard, Scavenging Hyena, Snake Trap. You rarely get Snake Traps in Arena, that's true. But of the other cards there, they do give massively overpowered combos in Arena, because you can get more of a normal of it. I once had a Hunter run with like 3 Unleash Hounds.
I was stomping everything. Every time I was like, okay, I have only shots, I win. And here I actually do get the possibility of playing that by turn 2, which is quite nice. He does play that secret. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably an explosive trap. So I do just go ahead and hit him, and it's not. It's a misdirection. I'm quite surprised. And luckily for me, it does hit myself rather than hitting my Leponome, which would have meant Leponome losing the shield plus my 2/2 dying. And I do play the Tauren Warrior simply because it's excess mana, but I might as well use him that. He does simply choose to kill it, which I must say is reasonable. He was quite unlucky with that. Both, no, actually, maybe Liak wouldn't have been better, but he definitely would have wanted the 4/4 Misha taunt there. Then again, Misha is really overpowered, really. Well, basically, all of other pets are sorry, overpowered. However, Misha isn't quite a situation as the other two. Misha's almost always great. Rhea plays 2 traps, and I think, okay, he's got to have explosive trap now. He does have a snipe. As you can see, I was testing for snipe intentionally there. And I'm just gonna say, oh well, I'm gonna hit him. If it's explosive trap, it's sad, and it is. So I have my minions die. But well, it doesn't really matter. I still have the upper hand. He does play Starving Buzzard, and I'm thinking, okay, he has to have an additional house, but he doesn't. Instead, he just plays his Houndmaster. Which, I mean, okay, that is annoying, true, but it could have been worse. So I just play that True Silver and kill it. I play a 1/1 and then hit him to the face, because I'm thinking I could have killed it with my 2 creatures, but it's rather be worth it to wait for the opportunity to kill with True Silver Champion or a minion plus my recruit. He just simply choose to hit it where I'm thinking, damn, moron. Because now I can just kill it with my 1/1. And I can kill his Knife Juggler with my 2/1. I obviously do not consider the opportunity that it could be explosive trap, but I'm like, nah, doesn't really matter. And I just play Consecrate. As you can see, my Leponome got 2/2, which is really nice because Leponome OP. He does already say, well played there, expecting to lose, because I do have Fatal. And I do end up winning. Oh wait, sorry, I don't have Fatal. I did get Fatal, but he couldn't actually know that. However, I was incredibly likely to win at that point. So I did win. At this point, I'm 3-1. I'm thinking, okay, this is a great deck actually. You see, 3-1 is quite good.
I mean, going 3-3 is acceptable, and with your winner 3-1, you can almost expect to go positive win rate, which is why I'm quite happy. You can see I start out with Tirion Fortune, which is obviously horrible. And I mean, Frostwolf Warlord is decent. I was sincerely considering taking it out. However, I can't see it's a mage, so I'm just like, nah, don't need it. Mages do not have that great early game, to be honest. So I'm thinking like, okay, getting out of Frostwolf will probably be better. What a nice person says hello. I don't answer. Instead I play Light's Justice, and I could consider hitting it with a Breck here, but I don't, because I'm thinking, okay, it's probably gonna come in handy. It does, since it's likely, since it's a turn 1 play. As you can see in my turn, I just choose to coin that Thorn Warrior, because it does give me an opportunity of clearing the board and avoiding taking a lot of damage from the from his wolf, and the possibility of him playing more minions with it. He does, as I expected, just kill it, which is fine with me. I do choose simply to throw out acidic swamp ooze because it's unlikely that I'll have to use it, considering the fact that mages don't really have any weapons at all. So. Here I simply choose to kings my my acidic swamp ooze and hit Ascension with it, ending my turn like that. As you can see, I'm like, oh damn, now it's going to die. But as I'm really lucky, I do draw an Argent Protector and give it that shield, playing my using my last mana to play my Young Priestess and killing it without taking any damage. I do throw out that Boulder Fist Ogre after him playing his freeze, and because I'm thinking it's unlikely that he can do anything about it, and the 6/7 is really strong because I can take out most anything without it dying, and 6 damage a turn is pretty sweet. I'm hoping to get a Frostwolf Warlord out soon, because next turn, for example, I just play the Vorgan Infiltrator and then the Frostwolf, killing it. What am I speaking about? Giving it high damage. Here he does something smart yet weird. He does play that mirror image with it, meaning that 2 of my minions would die. However, it also means that his own minions will take damage, which is meh. So I'm like considering, okay, I could do what I was speaking about before, but it's not really worth it simply because it will only be 6/6. And I was hoping for it having a lot higher stats. Instead, I consider playing my Argent Commander with all of my mana and just killing it, therefore giving me the opportunity of finishing off that Frost Elemental, which is really annoying. Frost Elementals are fucking annoying. And I do get out my Vorgan Infiltrator with my last mana there, as you can see, which is quite nice for me. He does play, what is it called? Ghoul? Feasting Ghoul? Hungry Ghoul? Something like that. And Frostwolf Warlord, I personally think that's kind of a waste of Frostwolf Warlord because you can get out a lot more damage with it, basically. I'm thinking, okay, the problem is if I don't kill that Ghoul, Festering Ghoul, that's what it's called now, then I will be taking a lot of damage from it.
So I just choose to kill it and play out my Frostwolf Warlock, which is a 7/7 now, meaning it won't go down simply by him hitting it. You will also have to play, what's it called? A Fire Blast or something else. And I was considering to keep the Morgan, but I realized, well, I'm probably not going to have to use this assassination anytime soon, so I just hit him for 2 damage. As you can see, I do have that board advantage, however, he does have the card advantage. So it's rather equal game, if that's what you want to call it right now. I'm just throwing stones at him, hoping it will jinx him. You know, psychological powers or something like that. Yeah. Actually, I just remembered the other day, you might not believe it, but I got against a legendary player in Arena. And, well, obviously I got my ass wiped. I mean, seriously, he was like, he won in 4 turns or something like that. He was playing Rogue. I was playing Druid, I think. It was just like I couldn't do anything before I'd won. Obviously, Rogue's early game is really strong in Arena because there's a high chance that they'll have that. This is our town, scrub. Yeah, beat it. Don't quite remember what it's called, but you know what I mean. Anyway, back to the game. As you can see, I choose to kill his Frostwolf Warlord, getting rid of that. And I do skip his War Golem for the capability of getting 7 extra damage in. I do kind of regret it right now because he does get the upper hand slightly, and they're having higher board control, that's what you call it right now. However, I suddenly got the card advantage and I simply throw out all I have, hoping he doesn't, really hoping he does not have a Flame Strike right now, and taking care of his minions. I do choose to simply hit his Sorcerer's Apprentice with my brick, because I know that I'll have an easy opportunity of killing next turn. I am hoping that he won't make good use of its power, but let's face it, in turn 10 you can't really make good use of its power. So it's really an early game card. He does throw out everything he has, and I'm really relieved he didn't have a Flame Strike there. And I realized that I can finish this. And then I realized, no, wait, I can't. Kidding you. So I go ahead and kill his 1 minion and letting the other one stay, simply because I'm like, man, doesn't matter. I'm just joking, because I know that he could kill my what's it called, Voodoo Bay Bodyguard, yeah, a BBB, but I'll still have my 5/5 and my 1/1 to kill him. I do say well played here. I don't know if I can win. If I win this, there's a likeliness that I won't. He might have drawn something back to take care of my my 5/5 minion or something else, but he doesn't, and that means I win the game. And there you see the more confident, well played. And that means I'm up to a 4-1, having 4 wins in a row. That is quite incredible, if I say so myself. So, well, continuing the game here. 6 games coming up, and I'm hoping to keep going on the roll I am on. Let's see how it goes. No, I know I can't say that, I remember. Because you can say how it went, but not goes. I do get quite a sweet start hand, but I'm considering should I keep those 2 or not? But I do choose to keep both, because I realize, oh, I'm against the mage again. Well, they aren't strong early game, as I said earlier. If they do get out by nowhere, as they are, so it's not guaranteed that they aren't, but I'm obviously just hoping he doesn't. And I think, I could play that, but well, he would just kill it with his Flame Blast, which means it would be pointless to do that. Coinless, no. It will also be coinless, but that's not the point. He does kind of waste his Brewmaster there, which is great for me, because I simply play my Defender of Argus, which means he will be down. Isn't it what it's called? Yeah, it is, I'm quite sure. No, wait. Defender of Argus is the other thing. Oh well, never mind. The free with humility. so that it doesn't pose a threat whatsoever, and I give my full attention to the boot game again. He does kill it, ironically, which is quite sad for him, really. But he does put out a mana worm, and obviously I do fear the mana worm because, well, mana worm's OP. So I know that I need to get rid of it. I do realize that it will mean obvious death for my my own minion. However, you have to get rid of mana. Mana worms are way too OP to let them live. He does kill it, as I expected, and he throws out an Amani Berserker. Right now I have the card advantage, and I'm not really that much behind the board. I do know that it's a problem that he has a 2-3 out, and I only have my 1-1, so I do use my true silver champion to kill it. As you can see, I draw my Tirion fordring, my first one. Thinking, alright, great, I have the possibility of playing that as soon as I get turn 8, that's what it's called, yeah. I just throw out my my cult master and my what is it called? I always forget the names. I'm bad at this. Sorry. My young priestess. And I am lucky enough to draw a Blessing of Kings, even though I already had one, obviously, so it wasn't actually that lucky a draw. But it does give me the possibility of kingsing one of my minions. I do know that if I do it and kill the what's it called, ogre with it, then my minion will die. However, I choose to do it anyway. Oh, he didn't die. Math fail there. 6 HP. Oh yeah, sorry, I just forgot that it did get the +1 from the priest, which was well, quite lucky for me. I do know that he'll kill it with Fire Blast anyway, but that's not the point. The point is that I failed. He doesn't actually. There's a Flame Strike instead, which I mean, I'm thinking like, oh, nice Flame Strike. Must have been a waste. So I play my my Tauren Warrior there. And I do give it that Kings to make it a 6/7, which is quite a strong minion there, because I know that if it takes damage without dying, it will get that Enrage boost extra, making it even stronger play. He does play with Science, so I'm thinking, oh nice, now I can play my Tirion Fortune without him to do anything about it, which is why I'm so insolent as to say thank you for using the silence. I'm obviously just sitting waiting. Ooh, gonna play that Tirion. So well, which is annoying because he actually has 0 mana. He cannot do anything. I'm just like, gonna play that Tirion, and he doesn't do anything. Which is why I always threaten slow opponents. Because I'm hoping that this mental taunt might do something for me. I do thank him again, just saying like, oh yeah, I can play that Tirion. I do take care of that for the extra surprise element first, and play my Tirion. Thinking, okay, I win this now. Because Tirion is quite strong, and I'm quite sure he doesn't have anything to counter it, since he just uses silence. He does have a bowling morpho, meaning it's even worse than silence, because it's not just a 6/6, it's reduced to dust. And I don't even get my weapon. He, by far, has the upper hand now, and I know that he can attack his Raging Vorgen there, which is a major problem. I do choose the stupid thing as to consecrate there, which means its Raging War becomes a 4/1 with a Whirlwind, which is completely moronic, which is also the reason that I do end up shielding that. But then I remember, oh damn, he has Fire Blast also, he's Mage! And I know that I'm quite fucked, because he can simply kill it and then give 8 damage to my face. And now he pretty much fills this board, and I have nothing that I can do. As you can see, he simply finishes that, kills it, and then gives me 8 damage to the face. And I'm sitting here, being capable of doing nothing, having wasted my Tirion
I get my booty bay bodyguard, but it's more or less useless. So I just have to end my turn and hope for good luck. I realize at this point I can't do anything. I mean, I have 2 HP. Ironically, I can really do anything at all because he actually finishes me with his knife juggler. Second loss. I'm quite sad here because I was on such a roll and now I just got like, oh, I got smashed. So I'm 4-2. I'm thinking, okay, it doesn't really matter if I lose another one. I'll be 4-3. It's fine. But I'm always obviously hoping for more wins because more wins means more rewards and more rewards are better. Maybe if you saw the other day, in Italy, he actually managed to go 12-2, which is quite amazing. He is, I didn't expect that from him, honestly. He's not a bad Hearthstone player, that's not what I'm saying at all. But he's not great. He's good at a lot of other video games. He's a great League of Legends player. I mean, no doubt about that. His mechanical skills are amazing. So he excels a lot of that, but his Hearthstone plays aren't the best. So quite amazed he went at 12-2. I would have really loved to see his card list there. Sadly I didn't. But well. Here I'm just thinking, what to keep. The Young Priest isn't a strong early game play for me due to the simple fact that it's a mage. And this is actually my third mage in a row. Is it in a row? Isn't it? Maybe second in a row, but I did get another mage earlier, so 3 out of 7 games against mage. Not very likely. Even getting 2 is kind of, okay, 2 is rather likely still, because, I mean, 1 out of 6, well, exactly. Getting 2 out of 6 isn't that unlikely, but getting 3 out of 7? We're getting close to 50% there. That's a crap load. Exactly. So, well. Yeah. Sincerely considering to play the Vorgan Infiltrator with my Young Priestess, but I know that my Young Priestess will insta-die, likely making it pointless. So I simply choose to play that recruit instead. No, I do choose to play the Young Priestess with together with Shield. The reason for this is what? Well, he would have to have some kind of spell to kill it. And I'm obviously just hoping he doesn't. He is likely to, I know that truly, but I'm just hoping he doesn't. He does play Mana Wraith, which is very weird. Mana Wraith isn't a great card for a mage, and he didn't do anything at all. He actually gives me another turn with my priestess, actually with the shield, doesn't even kill the shield. He's obviously hoping to negate any source of extra minion plays. So I just kings that and kill it. I was actually considering to kings the priestess instead, but I knew she had shield, so I chose not to. As you can see, he does Frostbolt at 5-4, making it a 5-1 frozen. He could have chosen to kill there, but he doesn't. I don't really know why he doesn't. So now I just have to, I just pretty much like use my mana. I actually have 2 Tirions in my hand. First time ever. Actually, first time I ever have a double Tirion in my hand. So I'm really hoping to be capable of playing that double Tirion just for the extra double Tirion effect, you know. So let's see what happens. He does choose to Fire Blast my minion there. As you can see, he says, whoops. I'm not quite aware why he does that, actually. He might have been capable of using his mana for something else. Maybe that's it. But I'm not actually aware of why he does. I simply choose to hit him in the face with all I've got. Knowing that it is likely he can kill my priestess now. I know that. But I choose that it's not important, because, well, I have double Tirion. Double Tirion! So, as you can see, he plays Frostbolt, and I was like, why would he target his own creature? But it doesn't. It's just a visual bug, obviously. He actually chooses not to kill my young priestess. I'm very incredibly surprised out there. and I do draw the kings. Pretty much. I mean, I could play my what's it called? Guardian of Kings. That's what it's called. But I hesitate a little bit. I do choose to play my Blessing of Kings to finish off that first elemental. And afterwards I just hit him in the face. I'm hoping he does use his resources so as to be capable of killing my minions. Maybe like a flame strike or something. I'm actually thinking he's likely to have a flame strike because it is turn 7. As you can see, he does play a flame strike. So like, oh, fair enough. I do have Tirion. Twice. So I play my first Tirion. I do expect some kind of CC, maybe Polymorph, maybe Spellbreaker or something on the first one. Knowing that I also have my second one, so it won't really matter. He doesn't. He just plays minions. So I'm like very positively surprised. I just say, okay, well, I'm sorry about this, but double Tirion. I know that I'm actually not allowed to sing, but I had to because double Tirion. Yeah, it's kind of awesome to get a double Tirion. Since I doubt I'll ever have a chance to do so again, and obviously as you saw, as soon as I got up at double Tirion, he was like, never mind, I'll just give up. Because, well, double Tirion. Somehow the 5-2, now I'm thinking, maybe I should end up getting the 5-3, which I was aiming for. But that would mean I had to lose, and I don't lose. Oh, wait, I do. Never mind. Let's face this game against the druid, Biggie Boy, and I do choose not to take the Stormpike Commander, obviously because it's such an expensive play, and the humility because I'm thinking it's unlikely that I'll need the early game. I do choose to play my Leper Gnome instead of the Morgan Infiltrator, because why? Well, bad explanations, but I'm thinking he might coin into his simple attack and just kill it. He doesn't actually do it. He coins into my Bomber instead, and he does end up killing it anyway. But I'm thinking that Leper Gnome is a more annoying turn 1 play than the Morgan Infiltrator is, because I can use the Morgan Infiltrator together with the Kings as an assassin. I do choose to play it anyway, although I could have played the Frostwolf here. And the reason for that is that I'm thinking as stealth, I'm more likely to be capable of getting down his Mad Bomber with it. Sadly for me, he does play a +2/+2 on it, making it a 5-4, and I'm thinking like, damn. I do have a humility, and I obviously play it on it together with my Frostwolf, because 5 damage a turn, that's a lot. It would also mean my Frostwolf would insta-die if he attacked it. Now he actually also has to use a standard ability, meaning he has to use all of his mana instead of to kill it. And it only cost me 1 mana. It did cost me a humility, but humility, I mean, it's a good card. I probably should have kept it, thinking back now, but I couldn't know that. I drove Acidic Swamp Boost, and obviously I might as well use it, because druids don't have any weapons. And I use the rest of my mana for a recruit. He does simply choose to kill it and use his thing to summon a Jungle Panther. Honestly, I don't really think that's worth it. I mean, a 3-2 for free, not that good. I just play another Acidic Swamp Boost and hit him to the face with my my other Acidic Swamp Boost. Sorry about confusing you, but Acidic Swamp Boost is. I know the next turn will be turn 6, and I have 2 6-mana plays. So I'm obviously expecting to play one of them, probably with Boulder Fist, unless he plays something that is impending doom, like an Azure Drake, that I will have to take out with my Argent Commander. As I was saying, I'm playing the Argent Commander to take care of it instantly, and then just hitting him in the face with the rest of my minions. Taking him down to 19 HP. He does have a superior card advantage here, and I'm thinking that it's likely that he'll have something to be capable of taking care of me. And he does. He actually has a swipe, sadly, and it simply kills it, meaning that now he has 6 cards, I have 2, and I only have health advantage of 6, which is not a lot. Yeah. I choose to play the, Razorfin Hunter rather than the Boulder Fist Ogre, and the reason for this is simply that it means I go down to 0 mana. He's more mana efficient, basically. I don't want to waste mana, if it's possible not to. I'm obviously simply, like, waiting for him to do something, because I know he can likely do something again. He has a filled hand. It's unlikely that he can't. He does play that marker for while as no minion, giving him a 4/6 quite annoying brick wall for me there. And I do draw Stormbright Commander, and I do choose to play it simply to be capable of getting that brick wall there away. I do still have a board advantage, however he still has incredible card advantage. And I'm still expecting him to have something again that he can counter me with. Considering the fact that, well, he's a druid. And he just throw out another brick wall. Yay, brick walls. Oh, god damn it. Which means I'll have even more shit I have to take care of. He does, annoyingly for me, kill my my recruit, which means I can't use it to simply take out his shield, and I just drop out that Boulder Fist there. I do consider, even though it's probably not the best thing, to be mana efficient and play my young priestess, but I choose not to, and I simply end the turn, waiting to see what happens. As you can see, he does play his Cobra and his free 2-man in there. And this is a natural mistake, which is I find quite weird, because I don't see how he made a mistake there. But we'll see. I do know that I'll have to take care of his creatures quickly, because otherwise it will be too much for me to counter him. And I think, oh, gonna play that shoe game. He does waste. Oh no, it's not a waste. He throws away his, what's it called? Shield? Divine Shield, sorry. And also takes care of my 1/1. And there, as you can see, he does use his, what's it called? Enrage? Oh, no, sorry, it was, Savage Roll, was that what it's called? No, it's the other one. Oh, well, never mind. He gives all of his minions plus 1/1. And, I'm rather fucked now, because I have quite a problem. I can't take care of his minions, simply because I have too much health now. Quite annoying for me, so I'm gonna just have to play some shit, and in the face, he still has that goddamn card advantage. And we're more or less equal in the board right now. I do seem to have, a slight advantage, but he does use that card advantage in his favor, and takes care of my shield, bringing us to an even level. Sadly for me, he does have that swipe, which does take care of 2 of my minions, giving the possibility of clearing the board, and dealing some serious damage to me. I'm almost down to his level of health, and he does still have a goddamn card advantage. I just play everything I have and hope that I can do something about his stuff soon. I should have probably hit his Cobra here, but I mean 3 damage, that's a lot. So I'm just hoping that I draw something to turn the game, like, well, Tirion. Oh, god damn it, sorry. Right, I'm thinking, okay, well, I pretty much lose this, but I just hope that he DCs and play my shit. Oh, God, sorry guys. he does, as you can see, finish that game, ending my my arena run, and leaving me with 5-3. As you can see, there's not really much for me to do except opening my my box and seeing what's inside. Obviously, 5 wins does leave you with some proper rewards. As you can see, 3 rewards, 60 gold, 55 dust, and a pack. And that obviously ends my game here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and check out the other videos, also the ones that Nidalee does. They're great. Yeah, I did a lot of nice League of Legends plays the last few days that should be quite enjoyable. As said, thanks for watching, and good luck, have fun in the games, and see you next time.